Kaiseki Anime, where we air new episodes every other week. Kaiseki covers currently airing anime, older series seen recently, and other relevant topics for the season. I'm your host Marina of the blog Anime B&B, and with me is my co-host Draggle of the cleverly titled Draggle's Anime Blog.
This week, we discuss the spring 2025 anime season. So you may have noticed the spring 2025 anime season is halfway over.
That's right.
Probably more by the time this episode comes out.
We're definitely at like weeks 5 or 6 for a lot of shows.
Yeah, sorry, we've been busy, but
yes.
Now we have more informed opinions, maybe? Hopefully.
That's the idea, right?
Although we always have very informed opinions. So first we'll quickly go over the shows that both of us dropped, which are quite a lot. First is #Compass 2.0 Animation Project. This is like a gacha game adaptation, some sort of fighting thing. It wasn't bad, but it didn't grab me.
I didn't even touch this. I just saw it and I was like, no.
Yeah. Next is The Beginning After the End. This is a isekai. Apparently it's quite popular. I thought the first episode was awful.
Yeah, it wasn't interesting to me at all.
Yeah. Then The Brilliant Healer's New Life in the Shadows. This is the one where there's like some doctor. He's kind of an asshole. He has all these beast girls who want to have his babies for unknown reasons.
Of course they do.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. Classic Stars. This was some cute boys being idols in school, I think. Not my thing.
Yeah, they represent the different classical composers.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I love classical music, but I just couldn't. I just can't.
Then The Dinner Table Detective. I'm kind of surprised you aren't watching this since it's a detective.
I tried to watch one episode. It was too cheesy and dumb.
I thought the same.
Yeah.
From Old Country Bumpkin to Master Swordsman. Exactly like it sounds. Didn't really grab me. I've seen too many shows like this. Nothing unique about this one.
No.
Guilty Gear Strive, Dual Rulers. This is an adaptation of a fighting game. It was boring and I had no idea what was going on. I think you would, if you were at all interested in this, you should just play the game instead.
I just heard game adaptation and I said no.
Yeah, you were correct. Then HANA-Doll Asterisk, Reinterpretation of Flowering. I think this was another Idol Voice one.
Yeah, I also dismissed this one.
Yeah. Shirohiyo, Reincarnated as an Neglected Noble, Raising My Baby Brother with Memories. This was, I think, the worst first episode I saw this season. Just made me want to barf. Yeah.
I didn't even touch this.
Just if you're bored, look up Shirohiyo. Look at like the blurb picture. It looks so bad just from that. Next is Summer Pockets. This is another key animation.
Yeah, I saw this. I didn't even realize who the studio was, and I was like, this feels like Key. And
I thought the same thing.
It is Key.
And it was Key. And I'm like, okay, it's not terrible. I know people love Key. It's not. I'm not a
teenager anymore. I can't deal with this kind of drama.
Yeah, sounds about right. Teogonia. This was kind of like a kiddie thing. It actually wasn't bad, but I'm too old for it.
Yeah, it feels juvenile, even though it's trying to be dramatic. And high fantasy, I think. Whatever, something battles.
Yeah, I didn't care enough to get that far.
No.
Then 2B Hero X. This is a sequel of 2B Hero and some other one. I think it's by some like Chinese guy. 2B
Hero and 2B Heroine.
Oh, yeah. Actually, I think I watched 2B Hero, maybe.
Oh, okay. I don't know this at all.
They all have like kind of ugly CG.
Oh, gross.
And honestly, this first episode wasn't bad, but there was so many better things this season that I dropped it. Yaiba Samurai Legend. This is a remake of something I think from like the 90s or even
a long
earlier.
Time ago.
Yeah. I'm just like, why? Then Yandere Dark Elf. She chased me all the way from another world. This was
no way.
Yeah, this was too much.
I just took one look at the art and I was just like, no.
Yeah. I think this is too much for classy as well.
Really? Wow, even for them. Okay.
I mean, we could do it, but I think we have better options this season.
You must have some kind of standard somewhere, right?
Exactly. Yeah. Next was Your Forma. This was like a shitty version of Isaac Asimov. basically.
Yeah.
I don't understand the appeal. The girl was cute, though. I liked her character design. That's all I liked, though.
At least there's that.
Yeah. And then ZatsuTabi, that's Journey. Some girl goes on a journey.
It basically feels like a tourist kind of show where they're showing like popular spots around Japan that they want the anime watchers to go see, which it's very cute, but it was also not really, it was boring.
It was boring. Yeah, I'd much rather go on an actual journey.
Right. I would just rather go.
Exactly. Okay, and that's the dropped shows.
Yay!
Now we can be more positive. So next are the sequels that we're watching. First one is Aharen-san wa Hakarenai. This was like, there's that cute little TV purple-haired girl hanging out with the big guy. Yeah, and now they've started dating, and
they have. Wow.
Yeah, I guess they started dating at the end of the last season. I forgot, but now there's some other new characters and stuff's continuing. I debated whether I should continue watching or not, but I decided to, and it's been fine. Not my favorite, but
I didn't watch the first season, so I didn't watch this. I didn't even try this one because I remember not being really that into it in the first time.
Yeah, that's fair. I think I like the first season better, but a lot of it depends on like what's the competition in a given season, right? And this season,
right, exactly.
The competition is tough.
It is. There's a lot of shows this season.
Yeah, and a lot of them are good too, but we'll get to that. Next one's yours.
Black Butler Emerald Witch Arc. I've been really enjoying our return to Black Butler for the past few seasons at least. And this one centers in on this like mysterious, supposedly cursed forest in Germany that is filled with werewolves and like a village that seems to be stuck in time in the past that panders to these werewolves. And then Sebastian and Ciel are stuck there along with the rest of their staff trying to solve this mystery. So yeah, it has like this very sort of Victorian style, but there's like a nice, even more of a horror element in this one than in the previous seasons with this like creepy forest that they're stuck in. So I'm really enjoying it.
Nice. The next one's also all yours. Fire Force Season 3. I can't believe you're watching this though.
Okay. Well, that's because my husband's watching this. I mean, he's a fan. So
really?
I watch it because he watches it. Yeah, I think he just sort of, occasionally he likes shonen like this.
Okay.
Like, there's your token shonen. This one's definitely it. And this season even more so. I feel like we've been in the same battle, which I think just wrapped up maybe for like the past 4 episodes. And it's just dragging on. But he's into it because it's like cheesy humor and like over the top like action moves. And, you know, they keep powering up. There's no limit to their powering up. And I'm just into it here for like the firefighter vibes because firefighters are hot. And so, like, literally and figuratively. So I'm enjoying, I guess, like, the art and animation's always pleasant. And I like seeing these, like, dudes in their Fire Force gear. So, yeah.
Okay.
Same as usual, as before.
And do you like seeing the girl not in her
No,
Fire Force
she
car?
can just, like, she can just go away. No.
Okay.
So the next one is Go-Go Loser Ranger Season 2, which I very nearly missed out on because I mistook this for this Ranger show that you were watching in the previous seasons. Do you remember something about Red Ranger, right?
Oh, yeah. Red Ranger Isekai or something.
I totally mistook this for that. So I was going to skip it until you reminded me that I loved the first season. And then I like looked at it again and I'm like, wait a minute. I love this show. So I've only actually seen 1 episode of it so far.
Yeah, I was shocked when you told me you weren't watching this.
Right? I was like, well, I'm crazy. So yeah, I've added this in. I've only watched 1 episode, but I'm very much looking forward to catching up.
I'm all caught up. It rolled.
Okay, don't spoil it for me.
Okay, I won't. It's good though. You'll enjoy it.
I'll catch up soon enough.
Okay. Excellent.
Okay, so we're now moving on to the good shows. And I'm assuming that this first one is all me, unless you're going to surprise me.
I really liked the first episode of Anne Shirley, except I
really?
wanted. Yeah, but I'm not continuing because I'm watching too much, and this girl really pissed me off, and I wanted to like throw her off her roof.
Wait, but how did you enjoyed it, but she pissed you off? Confusion.
Just like she's annoying.
She's an orphan, and that's like her personality. She's like that in the book too. She's just like exuberant and loves life, and is just excited that someone wants her. Isn't that sad?
Yeah, she needs to chill.
How can she chill? She's been unwanted her whole life.
That's fair, yeah.
Anyways, I'm in love with the original like books. I read these as a child, and then I've read and watched like all these adaptations, live action, because it's been brought into live action in multiple times in the past 2 years, and then multiple animations. And so I'm obviously here for this one. And you know what they say about how like sometimes it's unnecessary, like why do they have to keep remaking it, which is true. But you know, this one looks good, and I think they're handling it really well so far.
Yeah, I heard the old one, the like World Masterpiece Theater, was really good.
Yeah, it is.
Although I never watched it either.
Masterpiece, really.
Yeah.
But like maybe that's just like because of the source material, and like the people who make it truly like the source material, and it comes through in what they make. So yeah, I'm enjoying this so far. It's been fun re-experiencing it.
Yeah, I've never read the book either. So if I did one thing, if I watched or read one version, which one should I watch?
Why not go with the most modern one? Because it will live up to your standards for animation and art, especially if people deem it to be a good one.
And it's a good one.
But I'm also the kind of person that would say go read the books.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe I should read the books then.
All right. So this next one, I don't know. Are we both watching this? Can a boy-girl friendship survive?
No, I was too pissed off of this one. I dropped it.
Yeah. I'm conflicted. I am so close to dropping this because I am also angry. This is a story about this boy and this girl that like bonded when they were really young around like his hobby, which is making jewelry, right? Like jewelry that uses real flowers. It's beautiful. And he has a gift for that. And she has a good eye for it too, because she immediately wanted to help him. And they make this stupid vow. I mean, they're kids, right? They make this stupid vow that they will always remain friends and nothing more than that. And as they get older, obviously that starts to become a problem because they start to get attracted to one another. Except I liked her at one point at the beginning, and she just got more and more on my nerves. And like now I borderline hate her.
She got on my nerves in like halfway through the first episode.
Yeah, I like thought she was cool at the beginning, and then it just like kept lowering from there. And like now I just cannot stand her. She deserves everything she gets. She deserves for him to like throw her away as the bad friend that she is, and for him to move on with better people who don't like whip him around emotionally, right?
Yeah. Because the question is obviously a boy-girl friendship can survive, but maybe not if you like walk around school making out with each other all day and pretending you're just friends.
Yeah, I mean they haven't actually made out yet, but like she keeps like teasing him, right? Which is like
him.
Really cruel.
She's like grabbing him all day.
Yeah, it's really cruel. I feel bad for him.
Yeah.
And like they try to make us feel a little bit from her point of view, but nah, I have no pity for her, right? She needs to like control herself better. Have more respect for him.
Exactly. I agree.
And for herself. Like this is just ridiculous. Anyways, I am still in it, but I am so close. I mean, I can't drop it at the 6th episode, can I? Can I?
You have the freedom to choose your own path.
But I want to know.
Just look up the spoilers if you care that
I
much.
could. I mean, from what I've read so far with like people's and threads and stuff, I still read those, and they say the manga's no better.
Okay. Just drop it.
Okay, so I believe this next one's probably all me.
I was really tempted to watch it, but there's too much good stuff, so I decided against it. But I'm curious how it's going.
Yeah, this is Catch Me at the Ballpark. And, I know you don't like sports and you especially don't like baseball, but I think you could get away with it on this one because baseball's not actually the focus.
I really liked the first episode, actually.
Yeah. It's the people. This focuses on all the people. It's not just her, all right? Because you got this main character, Ruriko, who is a beer girl, which, they're pretty well known if you know anything about Japanese baseball. They go around and they sell the beer.
I actually didn't know about this at all.
You didn't? Really?
No.
This is something that is still on my bucket list of things to do when I go to Japan, is I really want to go to a baseball game because baseball there is sort of a whole different experience than baseball here. And I want to be able to get beer from a girl like her and get like the snacks that they get because they have like these cool like Japanese obvious snacks. And it just looks a lot more fun. And like the fans are super into it. Like you can be cheering and not know what the hell you're cheering for, but it feels fun to be part of it. And so that's what this is about. It's just all about like the fun of this community that creates this experience, not just the baseball players, but like beer girls like her and some of her coworkers, people who work at the food stands where you have to go get your food, right? Mm-hmm. The security guards even, there's a whole like heartwarming story about a couple of security guards and like helping a lost child find their parent kind of thing. So it's just an overall fun show, I think, and something that you could easily watch. What do I call it? The cooking show or the chores show? You could do that.
Right. Cool. Yeah, glad you're enjoying it.
And this next one is only you. I did try it though. Chuuzenji-sensei Mononoke Kougiroku Sensei ga Nazo wa Toiteshimau kara. I don't. Ooh, long title.
Wait, am I watching this?
I dropped it.
I dropped this one too. Oops.
Oh, why is it here?
I don't know. We screwed up somehow, but we both dropped this one, I guess. This one, Chuuzenji-sensei, whatever. It's about a teacher and a student in 1948 who solve mysteries at school. Yeah,
I like the setting. I like the time period.
But the actual plot is strongly lacking.
Yawn-inducing. I am not interested.
Yeah, dropped. Anyway, next is I'm the evil lord of an intergalactic empire. I'm quite enjoying this one. This is an extremely chuni isekai show.
It looks like it. I didn't even try this.
Yeah, you would not like this one. But I've been having fun.
I'm sure you are.
This guy gets reincarnated, and he buys a robot maid, and then he's the heir to like a planet, but his parents run off and leave him in debt, and he uses his knowledge from Earth to turn their fortunes around and become the ruler of an evil empire. Except he's not very good at evil. He tries to be evil and selfish, but he's usually like only evil to people who deserve it. So everyone likes him and he's popular.
I can see that they'll be like thinking that he's actually helping them out, right?
Yeah, exactly. So it's a fun show. I'm enjoying it. Mm-hmm. And next is Mono, lesbian photography.
Yes. Okay. That's a very easy way to describe it, I suppose. But yeah, it does center on a photography club who loses its graduating students, right? And it leaves behind the one girl who isn't actually interested in photography. She was only interested in her senpai, who, yes, she basically seemed like she was in love with her, right?
Yeah, they had like a love triangle, right? Like the one girl is taking pictures of her senpai, and then the other girl is taking pictures of the girl taking pictures.
And she has to get people to join the club before it closes down, and because she doesn't want to like have this club this senpai that she loves so much started. She doesn't want it to fail because then it's her fault, right? So she's got to get people in here, and it's really interesting actually because they don't go the traditional photography route that I thought they would. They sort of bring in things that would be maybe more popular now for vlogging. You know, those kind of cameras that are smaller, handheld, easier to carry around. They even talk about drones, and they just basically just go around different parts of Japan with like the little projects that they're doing with a fully grown adult woman who's a mangaka and just like random people that they meet along the way.
Yeah. I dropped this, but it was a good first episode, just not really my thing and too much going on this season.
It's pretty chill, like slow pace, so I could see you getting bored of it.
Yeah, I need constant entertainment.
Okay. You're a man of the present times.
Exactly. I don't have a TikTok, but I feel like I could.
All right, this next one's all you.
Oh, I'm surprised. My Hero Academia, Vigilantes. I think I dropped My Hero Academia. I forget.
Well, that's why I didn't watch this one. I loved My Hero Academia up to a point to where it became too much. It just felt like it was the same thing over and over again, and I just lost interest. And then this one looks like it's in the same universe, which is why I didn't touch it, because I don't know how much the two are connected.
They're like in the same universe, but they have different main characters.
Right.
I only watched the first episode, but I really liked it.
Mm-hmm.
It's about these people who have like the superpowers, but they didn't go to school. They're not trained. And these people get bullied, and then they get in some fights on their own with some like small time villains who the heroes can't be bothered with, kind of things, and they do their vigilante justice. So I thought it was an interesting episode. And it ended with one of the characters from the main series, the teacher, who like the one who looks kind of shady and who has.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I forget his name.
Aizawa.
Okay. Yeah, he showed up at the end, so not sure what role the characters from the main series are going to play.
With that.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I was kind of worried. I didn't know where it fell in the timeline of My Hero Academia, and if it was like after where I'd watched, then yeah, I kind of didn't want to be spoiled despite having originally dropped it, because I still feel like I'll maybe someday go back to it because I still like those characters. I still like that world. It just became too much for me at that time.
Yeah, I don't think it has. It might even be like before the main series.
Oh, really? Okay.
I don't remember.
Well, if you find out for sure, let me know.
Okay. Yeah, so far it didn't have any spoilers though.
Mm-hmm.
Next is Once Upon a Witch's Death. Are you watching this?
I am, of course I am.
Okay, I thought you would. Yeah, I quite like this one actually. I caught up the last few days and I liked the first episode, but I had low expectations, but it's grown on me.
Uh-huh. It's heartwarming.
It is heartwarming, yeah. And I really like the main character. She's gonna die, but she's not too down about it. And she's very cheerful. But
Yeah.
it also it asks some of the tough questions, I would say.
It does. I mean, they don't skirt around death, right? Like that's
Yeah.
featured very early on in one of the episodes. Not just her impending one, but just like the natural death of old age.
Yeah.
And we got some interesting other characters, like the side character of Sophie, who's like this prodigy young witch, but has like obvious social anxiety or backwards like ability to socialize, and put her together with Meg, and they're just like clashing heads. But it's just overall really heartwarming and cute, and I enjoy the stories. Reminds me kind of Kobato, with her having to like gather these tears, right? Tears of joy, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So I do highly recommend for if anyone who likes a healing kind of show to watch this.
And I normally don't like a healing type of show, but I like this one too because it's quite a bit heavier than the usual healing show, I would say.
Yeah, maybe.
And also has a good sense of humor.
I think that's what makes me think you like it the most, is the comedy, or her personality.
Might be, yeah. But I think a lot of the healing shows, like, I feel like there's not a point to them.
Oh, there's a point. You just don't want to listen to it.
Yeah.
You don't have the patience for it, I should say.
This one I don't get bored by.
Right.
Yeah.
This
Okay.
next one is all you, Drago, obviously.
Oh yeah, please put them on Takamine-san. This one is the one I think would be good for Classy. So here, this girl has like the superpower where she can rewind time by removing her underwear.
Oh my god. That sounds so stupid.
I know, that's why I like this one though.
Uh-huh.
So she'll like, and she's a perfectionist. So like she'll miss one question on the test and get a 99. So she has to fix it. So she gets the teacher hands her test, and then she takes off her underwear like in front of everybody. But then there's one boy like spotted her sometime removing her underwear. So now he's in on it. So she'll hand him her underwear. And
Why?
Then once because he has his own power, which is that he's very boring and no one notices him. So they don't notice that he's holding her underwear.
Oh my god.
And then he has to go and put back on her underwear without anyone noticing.
Put it on her. He doesn't put them on, right?
Yeah, puts it on her. So
Oh my God.
it's weird.
How do you come up with this stuff? Wow.
Yeah, this is artistic inspiration, as they call it.
No, I think this definitely is worth you guys watching because it's super creative.
Exactly. Yeah. I think we should as well. It's also a very well produced show. Surprisingly.
I mean, it looks nice from just the promo art too, so I expected it to be pretty.
Yeah. So I'm enjoying this one.
Good.
The next one I'm sure is just me, the Shiunji family children.
Yes.
So this is like, do you remember Who is Imoto? Like,
Yes.
Yes. This is like reverse Who is Imoto, or everyone is Imoto. And everyone wants to have babies together. So
he's not biologically related to them, though, so it's okay.
Exactly. So it starts out with they think they're all biologically related. There's like, I don't know how many, like 8 children or something. And they all live together, 2 boys and a bunch of girls. But then their dad tells them, oh, actually, you aren't biologically related to each other. Surprise.
Like none of them?
Yeah, none of them.
What? Are they adopted? How does that work?
Yeah, they're all adopted.
Okay.
So then that night, the first episode ends with like them all thinking like, oh, now is my chance to marry my brother.
What the hell?
And I only watched the first episode, so I don't know what happens next. But the levels of trash here is going to be glorious. I'm pumped.
Mm-hmm. I'm happy for you, Draco. Really.
Yes, this is why I watch anime, as you know.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So this next one I am watching, Sword of the Demon Hunter, Kijin Gentosho. Are you watching this?
I am watching it, and I almost dropped it because it seems like it should not be my thing, but it's so good.
Mm-hmm. It's been interesting. I've seen a lot of comparisons between this and Demon Slayer, with people being pretty negative about this one, which I thought was kind of unfair to it. Like, yeah, there are some similar elements, but they are quite different. And the main character and the whole character of the sister is totally different. But I remember being stunned that the first episode was an hour long. I was just like, wow, it's still going on. Wow, it's just really heavy. But I guess it makes sense because that's the whole prequel, right? It sort of sets the basis for why he is the way he is and what he's doing. And following that second chapter or second episode onward, it's him in the present, living in, I guess he takes on these different tasks of hunting various demons throughout the world. So yeah, I've also been enjoying it. I don't really understand the whole sisters arc, and then that girl that he was supposed to be protecting in that original village that they were hiding in Shirohiyo. That was tragic, but also a little overly dramatic. But I mean, it's the basis for the story, so that's fine. What do you think about this show?
I think it's very weird to compare this to Demon Slayer. I don't think they're like at all, actually.
Yeah, I was like, really? That's all you have to say about it? Is that you think that this is a poor man's Demon Slayer?
Yeah,
really?
Demon Slayer is like a kid show. This one's definitely more adult, and it's not really about the fighting at all. It's more about how are these demons living, and how are people dealing with them, and what's it like to get old and stuff. I really like the recent arc with the guy looking for his brother. Did you watch that part?
Oh yeah, I did.
Yeah, and the twist at the end of that, oh my gosh.
I think each of the individual stories have been pretty interesting.
They have been, yeah. So I'm actually loving this show. I feel like this one could have gone on the great category.
I think that's a good comparison for you to have said Dororo, because I do think it's more in that vein with an older intended audience, right? Again, this older protagonist with this young. He doesn't have just the one. He has his sister that was in that first episode, and then he's got a couple of other women in the village that he's currently at who are interested in him, both as a friend and possibly more. But yeah, it's closer to the Dororo.
I don't know if either of them are interested in him that way.
Really? The father, I think, or a friend makes the joke about how she needs to marry him or snag him before the other girl, and then she blushes.
I think that's before we learned her secret, though.
Oh, okay.
But maybe you're right. Actually, they would be a good match for each other. So, yeah.
Anyway, I'm glad I didn't drop this.
Yeah, me too. And I was very close to dropping it.
All right, I am watching these next two. So, starting with The Two Perfect Saint, tossed aside by my fiancé and sold to another kingdom.
I'm watching it too. Although this one, I'm on the border of if I should keep watching.
I almost dropped this because I was like, this just looks like the Saint's magic power is omnipotent. But it's not. It's different.
Yeah, exactly.
And I like this main character because this is about, in this world, apparently certain women who have the magical ability to be trained as saints to protect their villages against darkness and evil, blah, blah, blah. And apparently her family is renowned for producing really powerful saints. Surprise, surprise, her and her sister are both trained that way. And then they are both set in the same hometown to protect their kingdom. But for some inexplicable reason, which I still don't understand, they treat her like trash. She's the older sister. She's supposed to be the most powerful saint in existence. And yet everyone treats her like trash, which I thought was really lazy writing, the way that they just portrayed it like that.
It's because she doesn't smile more.
That's bullshit. That's bullshit. And I mean, we see how much it's bullshit when she gets basically sold off to a neighboring kingdom that does know how to treat her well and does appreciate her. So it just makes no sense to me why she was treated the way she was. And I hope that they explain this later, unless I haven't seen the most recent episodes. So maybe they do a little better. But right now, I'm just baffled.
Yeah.
It makes zero sense to me.
And it also makes no sense because her sister, who they all love, loves her.
I was afraid they were going to come up with some twist about her sweet sister actually being quite evil, but no, she seems actually sweet.
Yeah, and now her sister is like going to escape too, so.
I hope so. Yeah. I would love it if she left, because then they could just be like abandoned and get what they deserve. But again, like, I am sort of now watching it out of revenge because I really didn't like that kingdom so much so that I wanted to see them fail. I wanted to see them get swallowed up by darkness.
See, I fell for the same trap. Like, I really liked the first episode where she was miserable and they were all being jerks to her. But then she went to the other kingdom and they all were so nice. And I'm like,
yeah, and you were like, ew, what is this? Why are they gross. So nice?
Yeah, I hate this. It's boring. I need more suffering and pain in my
Of course
anime.
You do. Well, I'm sure it's coming soon.
Hopefully, but I doubt it. Anyway, I'm shocked you're watching the next one, the unaware Atelier Meister.
I fell victim to the child's cuteness. He is such a kind-hearted boy. The unaware Atelier Meister.
Yes. Is that how you say it? Atelier?
Atelier? I don't know.
I always said Atelier, but I don't know.
I think that's correct. I'm just, I'm a reader who often reads words that I don't know how to pronounce, and I just said it possibly wrong.
It's probably like French though. Maybe it's like Atelier.
I have no idea. But I'm enjoying it, and he's such a sweet boy who I just want to he's so precious, and I just want such good things to happen for him. And I'm glad that he's finally among people who understand him and properly want to make sure that he gets everything, all the good things that he deserves. Yeah. Are you watching this?
I am watching it, yeah. It seems like it should be boring, and it kind of is, but it's just so wholesome and cute that you don't mind if it's very repetitive and you've seen similar things before.
It just kind of makes me laugh every time when he does something so unintentionally amazing. And he's like, but that's what they do in my village. And it's like, well, exactly. You must have a village of amazing people.
I like the one where he dug a mine shaft 5 miles deep. Yeah. And then filled it back up all in one night. Yeah. And then he apologized to them for not making much progress. I love how he builds these amazing walls, but he does them so fast and all by himself that he puts other people out of work, and so they have to fire him because they need those jobs for other people. Yeah.
Anyways, I'm having fun with this. I don't find it boring. I feel like it should be, but for some reason it isn't.
Yeah, exactly. I feel the same way. So it's very well done, I think, despite having a objectively speaking kind of lackluster story.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's all for the good. Now for the great shows. So I'll say first of all, I haven't made too much progress on the great shows since I saved the best for last, which is my character flaw. But the first is a ninja and an assassin under one roof. Are you watching this one?
I am. I'm watching this with Keiwu, so this is slow progress for me as well, because I have to, wait for him to watch it.
Okay. Yeah, I've only seen the first episode, but it's it says a ninja and assassin live together under one roof, except the assassin is very violent and just casually murders people. The ninja is slightly incompetent. Am I remembering right?
Yes, she's not very good at killing, but she's great at disappearing evidence. So they go hand in hand together.
Exactly. And it's kind of a comedy.
It's definitely a comedy, not kind of. That's the whole premise.
Yeah,
is
definitely
every episode is supposed to be funny. The way they treat death is just so cavalier. You'll see when you watch more episodes. But because the village keeps sending people after her, because you're not supposed to survive if you run away, right? They have to kill you. So they keep sending people after her. And because Konoha, which is the assassin, values Satoko's experience and wants to keep her so that she can advance in the ranks, protects her. So these people that are sent to kill her keep dying. But the way they treat the deaths of these characters and sort of make jokes about it is just it's so good. It's so dark humor that I think you'll really enjoy it.
Yeah, I enjoyed that about even the first episode.
Yeah. And they just ramp it up from there.
Okay. Good.
And she treats her like trash. Treats her like trash. It's so bad. I feel so bad for her.
You do, but it's so funny too.
But it's terribly funny. I feel so guilty for laughing. Okay, so this next one, Food for the Soul. I'm surprised because I think you pushed this up.
Yeah, I put this in great. I really like this one.
Okay. I for some reason thought you wouldn't, because it seems very cute girls doing cute things, slice of lifey kind of thing.
It is cute girls doing cute things, but I like how they all have social anxiety, or at least two of them have social anxiety.
Yeah.
So that's what kind of set this one apart for me. Mm-hmm. You know, and it's like the first episode I really liked, and then I liked the episode where they introduced the other girl with the social anxiety.
Yeah.
But then the in-between episodes where they're just having fun together is a bit more me, but I've still enjoyed it.
Okay. Yeah. I liked the first episode too. I was actually sad, like the main character, about this not being a true food lovers club.
That was pretty funny.
I was super... Yeah. No, I knew you were going to like that. I was so disappointed, like just like her, when I realized that they just wanted a club to just fool around with and just do whatever they want. It's just like, come on. Can we have like an actual focus on food? And they do feature food every episode, but it's not the focus of the club.
Yeah. So this is more on the good side of great, but I'm quite enjoying it still.
It's still enjoyable.
Yeah. The next one might just be me. The Girl of God's Go-To Girl. Are you watching this one?
Oh, I'm definitely watching this. I enjoy this too.
Oh, good. Yeah, this one's really fun. It's kind of like I would say it's more of a shoujo.
A little bit, yeah, because it's a little reverse harem-y, right? One girl, multiple guys. She's surrounded by guys because she's like the only girl who's in this night order.
Yeah, like, but I think there's only one.
There's really just the one
interest.
Yeah. There's one clear winner, which is still kind of like up in the air because he's not talking to her right now. Oh, the angst.
I forget why he's not talking to her.
I think it's because she put herself at risk, right? Because it was at that party. She was bullied by those girls, and then she like handled the bomb by herself. I'm pretty sure he's upset with her by doing that because he cares about her.
Yes. But I'm sure they'll talk to each other and they'll immediately resolve their problems.
Make up. Like, how do you, because this is a world, right, where people apparently, every person when they come of age, is it? They get some sort of power associated to an animal, right?
Yeah, like an animal god gives them a power. So
blesses them.
The girl has the gorilla power, which she's very embarrassed about.
Yeah, but it's supposed to be super rare, right?
Yeah, it's like the strongest power. So everyone blessed by the gorilla gods becomes a knight. Mm-hmm. And she didn't want to become a knight there because it's
not at all.
It's not girly enough. But then she realizes that she meets her love interest, who is also a knight. But he's blessed by the squirrel god. So he can turn into a squirrel and he can sniff for acorns in the snow.
Wait, did I know that? Do you know this because you've read the manga? Did they say that?
Yeah. In one of the recent episodes, you remember he turned into a squirrel.
I don't remember him turning into a squirrel, and I don't remember them explicitly saying that. So maybe I turned away.
It was when they were in like that cabin together when they got lost in the snow. Well, it's definitely before they stopped talking to each other.
Oh, because I remember her being comforted by a squirrel like at the party, and me wondering if that was him, if that was like a person.
Oh, yeah, that was him. But this one has quite a good sense of humor.
It does.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that she doesn't like really let herself get bullied around by these girls.
Yes. Okay, next in the great category is Witch Watch. You watching this one too?
I am. I don't think of it as highly as you do, but I'm enjoying it.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, that's fair. I'm quite biased because I really love the manga for this one.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. Just wait until we get to an episode on denim.
Denim.
Yes.
I think the whole reasoning, I guess, behind her powers and its like limits and its consequences, its costs, I guess, is interesting. And I do think it's funny how like she messes up a lot of things or does like spells without thinking it through. Mm-hmm. And then he has to deal with the aftermath of that.
Yeah. In the manga now, like, this is not about the plot, so I'm just going to tell you. She like screws up a spell, which turns her into a child.
Oh, God.
And she's been a child for like the past 50 chapters of the manga.
What? Oh, my goodness. When does it? Because it wears off eventually, right?
I think it wears off in like a couple of months or something. She screwed up so bad.
Holy shit.
So,
and she can't turn it back.
No. But I just think it's so funny how they have the guts to go with that and commit to it for so long.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how they're handling it, what the tone is. I really hope it's not romantic in nature because that's terrifying.
There's definitely a romantic interest, but
oh God,
they put it on hold when she's a child.
Please, yes.
Yeah, and it's mostly one-sided romantic interest from her side anyway. So, anyway, that's it for great. Now is best.
Yes, so many good shows here.
Yeah, this season is great.
Starting with Apocalypse Hotel, which I am so loving. It's post-apocalyptic setting. Main characters are all robots, right? And like a smattering of aliens that come and visit them.
Yeah, I only watched the first episode, but it was such a good first episode.
You'll have more entertaining guests at this hotel. And I love the main character, Yachio. And I just love all the personalities of the various robots too, like the doorman Robo, who just like has to open the door the way that he does because that's what he's been tasked to do.
Yeah, he's so passionate about his job.
And then like her whole meltdown about the shower cap is great. But I'm very much enjoying this. This gives me vibes of like Girls' Last Tour. Sort of like this empty, destroyed world, this lingering, this always hoping that people will come back eventually. But I don't think they will. I really enjoy this one.
Yeah, it's great. Next is Kowloon Generic Romance. This one's set in Hong Kong. I love this one so much too. Yeah, I've only watched the first episode again, but it just has so much to it. Like the setting and future Hong Kong, the weird sci-fi shit going on.
The weird sci-fi shit is just messing with my head. I am so confused, but that doesn't bother me, right? That's just part of the mystery, part of why I like this show so much.
Yeah, and then the romance is quite good too. Like
it is. It's so hard. Like it hurts. It hurts.
Exactly.
Like I get mad at the various characters. Like I'm mad at him, but then I also feel bad for him, and I feel for her and her like self-identity crisis that she's having. But then I feel for like the Reiko of the past, right? This other Reiko B, and like what happened to her, and I just want to know everything about this.
Yeah. So I only watched one episode, but I'm really excited to.
Only one. Oh God.
Only one.
You have so much ahead
Saving
of you.
the best for last. I've actually only watched one episode of everything in the best category.
Okay. This next one, Lazarus, was one that I pushed up. I think he only had it in good, and I was like, no. This is great. This is one of my favorite shows of the season. This is one I look forward to. As soon as the next episode comes out, we watch it. This is what I'm also watching with Keiwu.
So the reason I put it in good was because I felt like the setup definitely deserved to be on best. Like it's a really engaging and interesting story.
Yes.
But then in the first episode, like half of it was devoted to parkour, which
that's why I loved it. That's why I was immediately like, Keiwu, you have to watch this. Look at the parkour. The parkour is so cool.
Okay. See, I was like, this parkour is just silly, and what could be what is an otherwise great story.
No. It sets the basis for his character. It gives you a very good idea of like what he's like and what he does in future episodes. Like it doesn't do as much of a long runaway scene like it does at the start, but so what he does later on makes sense. Like, of course he can do that. We've seen him do it for like almost an entire episode.
Okay.
And it also gives you an idea of what the other characters can do, right? Because they sort of showcase their skills as they're trying to catch him, right? Like you have the guy with the drones, you have the woman who like surprises him.
Okay.
But yeah, you don't have to worry. It doesn't do that in the following episodes. There are action scenes, just like not like that.
Okay. And to be clear, the action scene was really good. It just...
yeah. I thought oh my gosh, the animation for it, like the planning behind it was really well handled, I think.
Yeah.
And just overall, I love this cast of characters and just like this whole premise about this miracle drug that turns out to be a killing drug, right? And that they have to find the doctor so that they can have the cure. I really like that idea.
Yeah. I'm super excited to continue this one.
Good.
So this next one, Maebashi Witches, you hadn't watched it. Did you watch it now?
No, I still don't want to watch it. Like, you're going to have to do some heavy pulling to get me to watch this because to me, this just looks like idle shit.
Oh my gosh. You just have to watch the first episode. It's not idle shit.
I don't know. Just looking at it, look at the girls. And they're like these witches that looks like they do like performances.
Yeah, but it's like made by people who are high on drugs.
Oh, God.
This is like, the way I describe this is it's basically like Milky Holmes meets Madoka Magica meets Love Life. It's completely nuts.
Okay, I watched the trailer and my eyes glazed over as they were describing every one of the girls. They were going through like a cast of characters like an idol show, and I was like, ugh, no.
Oh my gosh. No, you're missing out on this one. You have to watch at least one episode. Yeah.
Really?
It's nothing like an idol show.
I'm going to need like a really dead time of like a span of time for me to try this.
I think you should just skip an episode of Anne Shirley.
No, no. Like, just like the pastel colors, like the girls with their frilly clothes, like it just completely alienates me.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry for your
Cue
loss.
eye twitching. My eye is twitching.
Oh, okay. I think you really have no idea what this is about.
Probably. So, yeah, maybe I will give it a chance in some unforeseen future.
Okay. Well, anyway, this show is completely nuts. This girl is turned into an idol by like some like QB type stuffed animal frog who except instead of being evil, he just like doesn't give a crap about his job. So he's like, yeah, do whatever you kids want. And they try to help people at their store, but they're all completely incompetent and bad at their job. And they, for some reason, they sing and dance together. And that was the first episode. But I didn't capture how insane it was. So
I'm sure you didn't.
I highly recommend Maebashi Witches.
Okay,
and next show, which had an amazing first episode, Mobile Suit Gundam G-Quarks, or however you want to say this.
I have no idea how to say that.
Yeah, GQU. There's 6 U's. I've counted them multiple times. X. Okay. And this is Gundam. And the first episode was so good. It's kind of similar to Witch and Mercury, where there's 2 female main characters again who are probably going to be gay for each other.
I think that's partly why I didn't love this first episode, but go ahead.
Okay. But it's also like more dark than Witch from Mercury, and that
seems like it.
They like live in the slums of the colony, and they're being oppressed by the police and the Xenon.
That's what caught my interest, was the setting more so.
Yeah. So, really great first episode. Lots of action, giant robots. Mm-hmm. Excited to see where this goes.
I mean, it looks great. It's like there's no question about the art and animation being fantastic. And like you pointed out, like I do like the setting a lot. I do find that one of the most interesting things about this is like the slums and like the reason for this animosity between the different people. And then I'm just curious also about the Gundams and its role specifically in this world. But I'm just not a fan of the characters. It's going to take a while maybe for them to explain themselves, but the main character, like I don't understand why is she so aggressive? Like why is she the way she is? She's annoying, and I hope that they put a little bit more basis into her character for me to understand her better, because as it is right now, I can't stand her.
And yet you like Anne Shirley, who's so much more annoying. But
maybe it's because like I've read her books and I know her history. I know why she is the way she is. I don't know this chick.
I see. Yeah, well, we'll find out.
Okay. And last on this list of the best this season is Rock is a Lady's Modesty.
You watched this one too?
Yeah, I'm definitely watching this because, well, one, I am a fan of rock music. So I was really excited to see that was the theme of the show. And I did very much enjoy the first episode. How would you describe this?
It's basically they go to like the Jojo-sama school where they say gokiganyo to each other and they act like rich ladies. But the 2 main characters, they're rockers. So they find out each other are rockers. Then they go into a guitar shredding battle and they cuss each other out. And now they're best friends.
Yeah, and I think it's interesting, too, the family dynamics between the main character and, like, her stepsister. Like, that's interesting, and I'm assuming they're going to build upon that more because she basically married into this lifestyle, which is why she's trying so hard to fit in, right? Mm-hmm. Like, she doesn't want to stick out and feel like an imposter, and that's why she had set aside the guitar from her past, because this is something that she had picked up from her biological father.
Yeah. Although I feel like she must have not set it aside very long since she still had calluses on her fingers. But
Yeah. I think it's all very recent. Like when she got pulled into this family when her mother remarried and her entering this high school is basically when I think she decided to stop.
Right.
I am really enjoying it. I love the music that they've done. I just think that their portrayal of rock is a little extreme. Not a little, a lot extreme.
That's what's great about it.
I still do music. I still actively participate in music and deal with other musicians. And we don't cuss each other out like that, especially on the first meeting. Like, if you jam out for the first time, yeah, you're excited. But you're not, like, insulting one another like that. I just thought that was ridiculous. And that put me off, actually.
That's what turned me on.
No, I was like, this is so full of shit. This is not how they are.
Exactly.
This is like totally anime fodder.
Yes.
But then they do their like performance, when they agree to help out that group of casual musicians, which I thought that would annoy you, Draggle, because that's your whole like point about when you do music is that you think people should be able to have an easy time and enjoy each other, right? Like enjoy the music and not push themselves. But that's exactly what these two girls do. They're assholes to these other musicians.
I only watched the first episode.
Oh my God. Like they're just completely selfish with their approach to the music and they shove it onto other people who are not playing that style of music. It's not what you agreed to do. And I just wanted to shake these girls. Like, you are so irresponsible. You are not professional musicians. Anyways, I still like it. I still like the music. I just think they're a couple of bitches.
They are, and that's why I love them.
Yeah, they're just anime specific. Like, this is not real life. No fucking way.
Yeah, well, why would you watch anime for real life? You can just have real life.
You're right. I still get mad, though.
Cool. Well, that's all the shows, except there's two ongoing ones from the previous season. Apothecary Diary Season 2, which I just caught up on last night, and it's so good. Oh my God.
It's so good. I'm so invested in, like, they are digging deeper into the mystery here that they've had for the whole overarching seasons, right? Mm-hmm. I do want to know the reason for Mao Mao's disappearance.
Yeah, and now Mao Mao and what's his name making out naked together in the cave.
They did not make out naked. Like, that's not what happened. Like, it was very suggestive, and like her realizing that, hey, he's not a eunuch.
She grabbed his balls.
It was an accident. She did not mean to.
Then she kept grabbing them and inspected them thoroughly.
Because she did not realize, she was trying to figure out what the hell she was touching, because it was like not in her mind at all that it was him, right? She thought it was a frog.
Sure she did.
Oh no. See, you're making this everything that it's not. Like, she did not think about it sexually whatsoever. She was more like, what the hell is this? And Jinshi, well, anyways, I feel bad for this man. And his whole drama is coming out to light, and like his whole trauma of his childhood and like the circumstances behind his birth. This is serious, Draggle.
Exactly. It's serious. Oh, those balls.
I'm very much invested in this.
Yeah, me too. And the next one is I left my A-rank party to help my former students reach the dungeon depths. I'm still watching this. It's fine. Okay. Not too exciting.
All right. That brings us to the end of our spring review. That's all the shows that we're watching and have dropped.
Such a good season. There's so much good stuff to watch.
I'm looking forward to what we're going to be talking about in the next few weeks.
Yeah, we'll have to talk about Maebashi Witches once you catch up on
it. No. Tune in again to Kaiseki Anime Podcast 2 weeks from now. Please feel free to send us questions or comments on Blue Sky with hashtag Kaiseki Anime Podcast or on our individual accounts at Draggle and at MarinaBMB.
Listen to and review us on Spotify, YouTube, and Apple Podcasts so we can continue to grow and improve. Thanks for listening. See you next time.